Peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Thank you for coming again tonight. If you do not know why you're here tonight, let me give you a quick breakdown. Basically, the current bylaw surrounding graffiti in the city of Toronto is in question. Graffiti is illegal, yet the city still funds graffiti mural projects around the city. So, with that being said, I sought out to figure out what the city thought about the graffiti bylaw, its definition, and so on and so forth. Check to see what the people had to say.
By this point, I think that it's just become a kind of art form, and it doesn't necessarily denote vandalism at all.
It's cool to see, you know, and hopefully, you know, the city lets people be creative in the city, you know, because that's what Toronto's all about, right?
Just painting on walls.
That's exactly what graffiti means in Greek, wall art.
Artwork, artists expressing themselves on what seems to be the streets, which is their canvas.
If they call the corner the poor man's living room, then this is the poor man's canvas. Word up. This is where they get to speak, like, I am here, I exist.
How would you define graffiti? What is graffiti to you?
Brooklyn. Graffiti comes from Brooklyn. It's hip-hop. It started in the early 80s. Two Live Crew and Run DMC.
To me, basically, graffiti is one of the foundations of hip-hop. To me, graffiti is a way that we express our narratives and express our stories through lines, through curves, through colors, through bubbles, whatever it is. Graffiti to me is hieroglyphics. It comes from Africa, you know, and this is what we have. This is the modern diasporic reincarnation of hieroglyphics, of our ancestors writing their stories on the walls, on anywhere that they could write their stories.
What is graffiti to you?
It ain't nothing, man. I ain't nothing. Like I said before, it ain't nothing. See, they should keep it on the walls and not on my bus stops, you know what I mean?
So let me break down the bylaw in a nutshell. Basically, if an art piece on your wall is considered graffiti by the city's eyes, the city will tell you to take it down. And if the property owner doesn't want to take it down and clean it up, the city will clean it up and bill the property owner. Is that fair to you? I don't know.
I'll take the charge. I don't even care. Like, real talk. Because it's just mischief, you know what I mean? Mischief, like.
I think the city of Toronto has way too many bylaws anyways. It's a waste of taxpayers' money. If someone wants to do graffiti on the wall, then that's public property, and let it be.
I think it would be a tragedy. I think it's a wonderful art. It enhances, enriches, enlivens. It's a totally fabulous art. I love it.
No, I don't think it's fair. I mean, I think they're targeting one kind of art form.
It depends on the case by case scenario, right?
To me, I haven't really been keeping track of the bylaws, because to me the bylaws don't really matter, you know what I mean? I feel like the only reason why you have something like this and it's outlawed, as opposed to having a Coca-Cola huge, you know, poster size, commercial, whatever, like illustrations and advertisements, is because this has been racialized. Because as soon as they see this shit, as soon as they see these colors and they see the way this is written, all they think about is black people, brown people, and people that have been stigmatized in our society. So to me, a bylaw is not really doing shit. Because if you look at the movie Star Wars, we've been talking about this from the 70s. You know what I mean? This is like one of the longest age-old debates of hip-hop. So to me, I don't really give a fuck about a bylaw, to tell you the truth. Like, I feel like if you want to put something that allows young people to create things on the streets and allows us to do it in a way where we're not being criminalized for it, then yeah, of course I'm going to be all for it. You know, I'm an educator. Like, of course I'd be for young people being able to express themselves no matter where they want to express themselves. But the truth is, I don't think they're ever going to allow this stuff to happen, because this has just been so stereotyped and stigmatized in our heads that this is not going to be art. So whether they allow it in the gallery, whether they allow it in the street, whether they allow it in the park, it really doesn't matter, because the real graph writers, the real people that are out there at whatever all hours of the night, they're going to be doing this.